If not, for example, if you're in Port Harcourt, okay, Ikwere ga napu gyala. Ikwere man go collect your land. So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze Peperempe, and this is Neze Peperempe. Welcome to another interesting sit down video. Now some of you have been watching me without subscribing. I don't get it. I don't understand the meaning of this. Why are the views more than the number of subscribers? Can you please pair the calculator and let me know the arithmetic and the simultaneous equation? Please, if you've been watching me without subscribing, hit the subscribe icon and join this fam. You're going to have fun here. You're going to learn a lot here. You're going to vibe and catch cruise while learning. There's so much to get from this channel, okay? And I had to sell my market. I have to sell my market. All right. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the 10 things that you must do in Nigeria or whatever country you're coming from before you immigrate. All right. So in case you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Barrister Chineyeze, and my family and I just relocated from Nigeria to Canada. And if you have been following my relocation vlogs, you guys will know how organized and how sequential everything was going. I had all my shit and all my acts together. So in today's video, I'm going to be compiling everything I did step by step and telling you the 10 things you must do. It's going to save you a lot. It's going to save you a lot of stress. It's going to save you a lot of money. I saved thousands of dollars, no jokes. Thousands of dollars because of these things that I did. Okay, so if it's something you're interested in knowing, or if you can send it to someone that will be traveling soon, please sit back and let us dive right in. Alright, so the first thing that you must do when you have decided to relocate, like you know that the thing don't get head, you are leaving, come what may, the first thing you have to do is to start shopping and possibly cargoing. Yes, so I had a shopping list and I did so much shopping, so much shopping, from food to wigs to some clothes, shoes, different items. Like I did plenty of shopping and I even had to cargo. Now why it's very important to cargo before coming is when you cargo your items before coming, give or take, maybe you cargo like a week before you leave and it takes maybe 10 days before the cargoed items arrive. You know that once you come, your stuff is following you right behind you. So we cargoed some days before we landed and it really helped us. Really helped us, because one thing with relocation is everything might not really go as planned. You saw the issues that we had with housing and all of that. Just imagine I had to add feeding to that wahala, to that stress. It would have been crazy. But because of everything I shopped for and came with and the things I cargoed, feeding and cooking and eating was not a problem at all. Okay, so I'm gonna do a separate video on the things that I bought and the things that maybe I feel I shouldn't have bought. There are one or two things that maybe I shouldn't have bought, but a majority of the things I bought are 100% useful to me here. Okay, so I'm going to do a separate video on what you should pack or what I packed coming to Canada, so you guys can also pick one or two things from there. All right, so start little by little. Once you know that okay, your travel date is coming closer, you can get a box, a bag, Ghana must go, whatever you have, and start buying little things and start throwing in there. Things as little as manicure sets, Cortex, needle and thread. I was buying them every day, small, and just throwing into that bag. So that's that on that one. So the second thing you have to do when you're about to relocate is your bank runs. Like you have to sort out everything that has to do with banking. Okay, you guys know that Nigerian banks sometimes, even when you are there in Nigeria, you can face one or two frustrations or challenges, talk less of when you're far away abroad, that you cannot just walk into the bank and make a demand or lay a complaint. So the best thing for you to do is to have everything sorted out before you leave. Okay, so when it comes to bank and settling the bank area, the first thing that you have to do is to open a dollar denominated account. All right, so in as much as when you come here you open a bank account and you would have the cards for that bank, but I had FCY in Nigeria, that's foreign currency, and there were issues withdrawing the foreign currency. I don't know who else is having that challenge, but the bank that I use, they never had cash, dollar cash to disburse. So I had so much money back in Nigeria that I couldn't pull out because the banks were not paying dollar. Can you imagine that nonsense? Nigeria is a very funny country. So I had to get a dollar card for that account, and I enabled it for foreign transactions. So even here I can spend from that account in Nigeria. So that is if that is your situation. So the second thing you have to do is to close all accounts that you do not use. There is no need. There's so many taxes and so many charges these days. Some come from the bank, some come from the federal government. When I was a banker, so many people would come to the bank and be complaining, this bank stole my money, this bank took my money. They don't even know that it's the government that is taking the money. Taxes such as stamp duty charges are not bank-induced charges. They are from the government. And the government has said that for every 1,000 naira or more that is deposited into your account, they would take 50 naira from you. So you can imagine the billions that they are making daily. Anyways, let's not talk about that. So what I'm saying is, any bank account that you do not use, there's no need for you to be incurring SMS charges for interest of 1 kobo. Then they'll charge you maybe 3 naira as SMS charge. There's no need for you, maybe if it's a current account, you're just incurring COT for nothing, or you're just getting very annoying charges here and there. So any accounts that you know that you're not using, you're in Nigeria, you had 5 accounts, and now you're traveling, you don't need that much again. It's my advice for you to close those ones that you're not going to be using. Okay, then the next thing you have to do, if possible, is to connect with your account officer. I have the phone numbers and the emails of all my account officers in case there is a challenge I face here and I'm sending mails to the contact center and I'm not getting that responsiveness. I can always reach out to my account officer. So you can go to the bank and request to know your account officer. They'll give you the person's name and phone number, so it's good to have it if you can see the person better, so the person can, put a face to the name or whatever. Then the next thing you have to do, of course, is to activate all your online and mobile banking apps. If it's an account that you want to use token on, request for the token and travel with the token. It will work over here. Your apps would work over here, so you can have a way of transacting. Yes, you have jackpot does not mean that you won't be having transactions in naira. You'll still be sending your parents money. You'll still be doing 1 or 2 engagements with your naira account. So you have to activate your mobile apps because you cannot just walk into the bank anymore. Everything has to be online. So make sure that your mobile apps are activated. Make sure that the correct phone number and email addresses are maintained on those accounts. All right, sort out the banking issues well, so you won't come here and start getting frustrated. After sorting out bank accounts, the next thing that you have to do when you are jackpotting, someone wrote in my comment section that there's a big difference between jackpot and relocation. They say you relocated. I said, what is the difference? Because you should tell me. Jackpot and jackpot. If you guys know the difference between jackpot and relocation, please let me know in the comment section because I am lost. Okay, so the next thing you have to do is to gather your documents. Gather your documents. There's some people that have graduated 20 years ago, but they don't have their original graduation certificate. What's it called? They still use statement of results and all of that. Please, if possible, go to your school and get your degree certificate. Go. All right, so you need to, if you intend driving here, which of course you should intend driving here, it will be very beneficial for you to come with your driver's license, your Nigerian driver's license, and your driver's license extract. Okay, so my husband connected with someone that works in FRSC, that's the Federal Road Safety Corps. All right, and we had to pay some money to get this extract, and the content of the extract is that we are registered drivers in Nigeria and we have been driving for so years, and it's just a little history of our driving, a little driving history. All right, so that document, when you come here, it's going to work wonders. It's going to play a very big role for you. It's going to help you instead of starting from the scratch You know, when it comes to JAND, they are driving. They don't just allow you to enter the road and start driving so you don't kill people. So it's a lot tedious. It's their steps, their procedures. But with that driver's license, is like it gives you an edge. They're going to take your Nigerian driver's license and give you their own. So you pass some steps instead of starting from the scratch. All right. Now, apart from that driver's license extract, there's another important, very important document that you have to come with, and it's called the insurance no claims letter. Did you hear me? Insurance no claims letter. That document saved us at least $3,500, and I'm not kidding you. All right, so what that letter is about, it's just like a deposition from your insurance company, the insurance company that was handling your vehicle insurance in Nigeria, writing that, oh, you have been with them for 7 years. I did 7 years because that was like the minimum they needed to waive off that amount from my insurance bill. Okay, so that document would state that you have been driving and you have been insured under that company for maybe 7 years, and throughout your stay with them you have not had any claims, meaning you have not come to them and say, oh, I had accidents, come and pay, meaning that you are a good driver, you have a clear record, and you are not high risk. So if you can submit this letter to the insurance companies here in Canada, your bill will be slashed for like 70%. 70% was slashed away from my bill. It was such a relief. It was so beautiful to experience. So if you can get that no claims letter from your insurance company, it will really work wonders for you when you come here. Then of course, your medical records. If you're hypertensive, if you're diabetic, you need to get your medical records and your immunization cards. If you have children, like when I came here, I had to, there's this link where you scan and upload your children's immunization records, okay, so they can know what they've taken and where they should continue from. So it is so important to come with those immunization cards, all of them, from when the child was born till date. Okay, so every document, your international passport, do I need to tell you that one? Every document of yours, please come with them. There is actually no point leaving them in Nigeria anyways, so come with all your originals, from your birth certificate to your WAEC results, everything that has to do with you and your history of education. Please come with them. Okay, so next, so right after gathering all your documents, the next thing you have to do, very important before you leave your country, whether Nigeria or any other country you're coming from or you are leaving from, the next thing you have to do is to visit your telecommunications provider and have that sorted. Okay, now you guys know that when SIM cards are allocated to you, of course I know you people don't read terms and conditions. You just click OK and go, but it is in the terms and conditions that if you do not use your SIM card for a particular period, it can be retrieved from you and assigned to another user. And you signed, you consented, you said, okay. So when you relocate to another country, whether UK, Canada, wherever you're headed to, you're going to get a number from that country, right? And do not confuse that. Do not confuse that. Make no mistakes about that. Just because your WhatsApp is working on a particular line does not mean that it's secured with that telecommunications company. WhatsApp is a different platform on its own, and it works with internet, not with the telecommunications company as such. I don't know whether you understand me, but what I'm trying to say is that when you relocate and you're not using that SIM card to make phone calls, to send SMS, and to do all of that, that number you're going to lose that number. That phone number will be taken from you and assigned to another user. And for Christ's sake, that's where all your bank accounts has been mapped to, all your friends, everybody knows you with that number. When you come visiting, you want to connect with people now, you're going to lose that number. So there's a solution, there's a way out. You can visit your telecommunications company and they're going to charge you. It's very minute. I think it's about 3,000 naira, or is it 300 naira, something of that sort for a year, or is it 300 naira monthly? I'm not very sure of the amount, okay? But you can go to your telecoms provider and tell them that you want to secure that line for yourself. So when you go long periods without usage, you wouldn't lose that number. So my husband did it. That can be done, okay? If that number means so much to you, you can secure it. Instead of maybe after 3 months, you now call or start roaming and start doing all of that expensive stuff, okay? You can just pay the telecoms and they'll secure your line for you. So securing your line is not the only thing that you would have to secure. There are so many other things, but the next one that you have to secure are your properties. Your properties. That is for those that have a landed property or maybe an undeveloped land or something of that sort in Nigeria. You guys know how things can be. What is law in the paper can be very far from practice. If you leave your properties unsecured, when you visit from Canada in the next 4 years, you might see somebody's house built on your land and you start going to court. You start going to court. So if you know you cannot shout, you can sell the property. This is my personal opinion. Of course, I'm not imposing it on anybody. If you know you cannot shout or you don't have power to be sending people to go and check the land and putting people there to monitor the land, if the land is not developed, you can sell the barren land. By the grace of God, if you settle here and you work hard, you will recoup the money and buy even more choicier properties in choicier areas. Okay, so but if you do not want to let go of your landed property, please, first and foremost, I'm giving you this advice as a lawyer. First and foremost, you need to secure the property. And when I say secure the property, if it's a barren land, you need to fence it, gate it, and lock it. Not only fencing and gating, you need to put somebody, maybe build a bacha inside the place and put a trusted person. So many guys from the north, all these wheelbarrow pushers and all that, if you can get a good recommendation, those guys are looking for where to lay their head at night. And in turn, they'll keep your property neat and put an eye on it for you, if that is the option you are open to, okay? But you need to fence that land and lock it and put someone that will be monitoring it. If not, for example, if you're in Port Harcourt, okay, Ikure ga napu gyala. Ikure man go collect your land. It's even the person that sold that land to you that would go to your bank and take it back from you. Then you start going to court because you cannot come and start breaking down the house that they've built. Now you go and report to police bar, then you go to court for 20 years. Okay, so you don't need all of that. So you can consider the option of selling off the land if it's an empty land, or putting someone in there to monitor it for you. But if it's a developed property, then maybe you can hand it over to a real estate company, a proper real estate company. So many people have had bad luck handing over their properties to their family members to manage. There are lots of misappropriations and all of that. I'm not saying it's like that for everybody. If you have trusted family members, then good, let the money stay within the family. But if you want to keep it professional, or you don't have any family member you can trust that much, and you have maybe a building, a shop, you can please hand it over to a real estate company. Yes, they're going to take their cuts, but at least you know that your properties will be safe, okay? They can help you to manage it. Do not ever leave your landed properties, whether developed or undeveloped, without supervision. You might lose it. So the sixth item on our list, after you have made up your mind to relocate, is for you to start letting go of your personal items, your personal belongings. I know it hurts so bad. Relocation, there's a physical part to relocation and there's the emotional part to relocation. There is, especially if you were fine and happy. You know that some people in Nigeria have done strong thing to them, that when they are running, they don't look back. They run with the back of their heels touching their head. They don't have any sentiment towards the country at all. They just want to get out. But it was not like that for us. We were very happy and comfortable in Nigeria. Okay, we left for other reasons. I don't know whether that video has gone up before this one, but I've explained the reasons why we left in some video. Either you've watched it or you would watch it. So what I'm trying to say is, for those that are living without any strong thing pursuing them, there's this very emotional roller coaster to it. You see yourself giving up your personal items, your treasured items, your favorite paintings, your children's best toys, different things. You just let it go at a giveaway. You might see an item, a television that you bought maybe 250,000, you let it go for maybe 80,000. It's somehow, it can be somehow, let me not lie to you, but it comes with the relocation, and you have to brace up, because God willing, all things being equal, you will still come here and you will still buy even better ones, more modern ones, who knows. So when you have decided finally to relocate, you are at that phase where your passport has been stamped, your plane has been booked, and all of that, you need to start giving up those items. You cannot travel with all of that. So you have to give up your clothes, your shoes, your furniture, electronics, but you do not have to dash out everything. I did not dash out everything. I dashed out a good chunk to friends, family relations, God, my helps, packed things. I gave my mother-in-law to take to church members at her place. I give out to orphanages. I give out to my colleagues. I give out so many things, but I also sold so many other things. So at least I recouped some money from the properties. So you guys know that Facebook Marketplace does not work in Nigeria. Can you imagine? These guys don't even rate us. Ordinary Facebook Markets, they remove Nigeria. Hi God, imagine insults. Anyways, so the best place to go and sell off all these your personal items, from AC to freezer to car, everything, would have been Facebook Marketplace, but Nigeria has been yanked off that platform. So the platform that I use is Declutter. I use this Declutter company on Instagram. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see if I can get you the name. But what this lady does is she has built followers of people that want to sell and buy things, and her platform is just like Facebook Marketplace. Her platform is like the marketplace. So you send your items to her, you tell her how much you want to sell it, and then she puts her own percentage on it and sells. She doesn't take away from your price. Now, there's some people that when you give them your price, they will take out of that price you have given them. Do you understand? Like if you tell them you want to sell this item for 50,000, they will take out 10% and now give you 40 something thousand. No, but this lady, I liked her pattern, because you tell her your price, then she'll put whatever she wants to put on top of it and revert with the whole money. So she helped me to sell a lot of things. She's a very lovely lady. I don't know whether she can assist sell from any part of Nigeria, because of course it's not a physical market. It can function from anywhere. I don't know whether she does for every other part of Nigeria or whether it's just Port Harcourt, but she was so good. Very nice and very... Let me see if I can get her name. Yes, it is Declutter_point_PH. You guys should go and follow her. And if you have anything you want to sell, no matter how little, no matter how big, just send it to her. She'll put it on her page and help you get a buyer. Or if she can't get a buyer, she'll let you know that there's no buyer. Okay, so I disposed a lot of my electronics with that lady. All right, then of course we also sold our cars. What are we keeping them for? We had 2 Lexus SUVs. We sold them. Let go of so many things. We let go of as in the kind of load I have. I didn't even know I had that much properties. The more I was giving out, the more they were coming from nowhere. So you need to consider decluttering your things, and of course you must dash out so many. You cannot sell everything. You must dash out so many. So that's the next thing you have to do. So the next agenda, when your relocation has clicked, is for you to do the hospital visits. The hospital visit, very important. So before I left, I carried you guys along on the vlogs. If you haven't seen it, maybe I'm going to leave a couple of those links in the description box. So one of the things I did was I took my children for immunization, made sure that their immunization was up to date, because you are just coming to a new place. You don't have a car. You don't know how the environment is. You don't know, everything here is appointment. You don't know when they will book you. They can book you for immunization 2 months after the immunization is due. Yes, they did it to us. So it's best for you not to come here and be under pressure to go for immunization. Just make sure that the immunization has been done to the latest, okay? Then if you're on any routine drugs, if you are on BP drugs, or if you're on diabetes drugs, or whatever drugs you're on, you have anything you are treating, please go to the hospital and get your refill. Even if it's 2 months refill, at least get it and keep, because You might not be able to connect to a hospital immediately you get here. Everything is appointments. You cannot just walk into a hospital and say, I'm having headache. Except it's an emergency. You have to apply, get a family doctor. This place is very different. So get your refill and come with them. If you use glasses, like medicated glasses, it's not a bad idea to come with an extra one. My husband came with an extra one because he uses medicated glasses. In case you guys are on the plane and your child just say, hello daddy, pop. Hey, where do you start from? So my husband had a spare just in case one gets missing or broken. It's a very brilliant idea. We also did our dental checks. We even discovered hole in the teeth. So when you go for dental checks, they might discover some things that you didn't even know that existed in your mouth. I went through a little dental procedure. I got a root canal, and I did a lot of stuff, washed my teeth and all of that. You might not get these services easily. They might not be easily accessible to you immediately you land. So anything that you have to do at the hospital, just do it before leaving. Then the next day, and I think this is the 9th, or is it the 8th? But this video is fast coming to an end. And if you're watching me, please subscribe. Don't watch all this content, all this knowledge and leave without subscribing. I will catch you in the night. So the next thing you have to do is to arrange for a temporary place to stay. Okay? Or even a permanent place if you're lucky. We tried getting a permanent place from Nigeria. We tried getting a house from Nigeria. It didn't work out for us. But you can try. You never can tell. You might come across a landlord that is comfortable to rent to you despite you're not here yet. So, because that's actually the best. Moving from the airport straight to your house and unpacking. Nothing beats that. Instead of going to an Airbnb or a hotel, you scatter your things there, you pack, you move from one place to another. It's draining. So from Nigeria, when you're sure that your plans have clicked, you have to get a place. Okay, if getting a house, a permanent place is not possible or feasible, then you can get a hotel or an Airbnb. You guys, we stayed at an Airbnb. Okay, and it's important you have to lock it down, especially if you're coming during the summer. These hotels and Airbnbs get very full fast, and you might now be left with the very expensive ones, paying $500, $1,000 daily. We saw those type. There are plenty. So to avoid that, start from Airbnb is always open. If you want to book, if now is October, you want to book in January, it's always open. So why not? If not, so book for your stay. Book an appreciable amount of time. Don't just go and book 1 week or 2 weeks, so because you might not be able to find a house within such a short time. So my recommendation is maybe 3 weeks to 1 month. Maybe at the minimum, but don't quote me. Do whatever one you want to do. But on a serious note, my recommendation is like 1 month, shadi or about. So lock it down and know that your family has somewhere they are going to put their head when they land. That's if you don't have a family member that is willing to accommodate you. Next. Now the next one, well, this one might not apply to a lot of people though, because some people are very discreet with their relocation. Hey! The way they keep it hush-hush, even their best friends will find out that they have relocated when they have gotten over there. Me, I didn't do it like that though. There's some close people. Anyways, let me just mention the heading. So the next thing to do, if it's within your own belief or what you're comfortable with, is to inform people, important people in your lives, or visit important family members that you want to tell. There are 1 or 2 very important uncles or relations that it wouldn't be nice. I don't know how your family setting is. No, everybody's family setting is different. For mine, that suspicion of witchcraft anyhow, it doesn't really apply. So if you have a close friend, a close relation, a close, like me, I told my doctor that's had my 4 children, I went to visit him. I gave him a good gift for helping me to have all my children. And I then told him that I was leaving the country. I called my friends. You guys were there on the video call. I called my friends, some YouTubers. I told them I was leaving. So there's some people that it might not look too good for them to just hear that you've left without telling them. That's to me, based on my own personal friendship with people. I don't know how your own is. So if it's something you're comfortable with, you can tell those 1 or 2 people you want to tell, visit those 1 or 2 good friends or good relations that you, or good cousins that you want them to know that you are leaving before you leave. But if it's something you're not comfortable with, do you? Then the last but certainly not the least thing that you should do before leaving your country or before relocating is to create memories. Create memories. Do not even look down on this point. This point is very powerful, because when you come here, you're far away from family, far away from friends, far away from what you are used to. Sometimes it might get hard and draining emotionally. You might miss home so much. So it's good to create memories. Before I left, I did videos with my mother and my mother-in-law. I made them to give me good advice, which I captured and I have on YouTube for reference sake. I took my parents out. We went to have a family get together. We went to an amala spot. We ate. We prayed for each other along with my brother. My husband took his sisters out with their mother. They prayed, they cried, they held each other's hands. These things are very important. Don't overlook them. We took pictures as a family. The children will see those pictures when they grow up. Our last photo shoots as a family before relocating, we documented that. I and my husband, we went on a date. I showed you guys all this, so it's not like I'm just talking. Everything is on YouTube. I and my husband, we went on a date, just him and I, because look at us here. Look at us now. Can we go on dates alone? Who will stay with the 4 children? So the dynamics are going to change. So it's best you appreciate and, enjoy those last memories before you leave. When you come over here, it's going to be a different ball game. Okay, so my husband and I, we went out. We spoke about our marriage, the trajectory of our lives, our children. We're just reminiscing on how we started. All those memories they're treasured. So if it's something you're up for, create those memories. If you want to do a photo shoot, do them. Print pictures. Come along with pictures too. So we did all of that and we are very glad we did. So guys, yes, those are the 10 very, very important things that you should do before relocating. Did I miss out on any? If I missed out on any point, do not hesitate to drop in the comment section what else you think that someone should do in their home country before they leave finally for relocation. These are the things I did. Possibly there are some more which I might mention in other videos, but these are like the top 10 things that we did. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Drop your comments in the comment section. Which of them did you do? Which of them do you like? Which of them do you not like? Drop your opinion in the comment section. Add to it, remove from it. Just engage in the comment section. Let us get your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up and drop all your comments down in the comment section. And of course, stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. Okay, it's me, your girl barista Neze Peperempe, and this is Neze Peperempe. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.